God said, "You are my chosen people. You are a special people to me. There are none in the world like you, as special as you are to me. You are chosen by me, special to me. You are God's in the earth. Above all people, I chose you to be this special people to me and for me. You are the salt of the earth, 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 of the earth.
You are the salt of the earth. You are the light of the world. You are who gives the world flavor. In every area, we've given the world flavor. Okay. Now, when you mess up as the salt of the earth, when all eyes are looking at you, they want to trample you or condemn you, judge you. There is already jealousy behind our skin color. Some people talk about it, our skin color. Some people are jealous of our skin color. Some people are just jealous of us. They talk about us, call us evil, say we're cursed. Well, if that's the case, then why do you want to be like us? Why are you jealous of us? Why do you put stuff in your collagen in your hips and lips to look like us? Why do you copy off our music? Why are many of your teens, white teens, and teens in other races listening to black hip hop? Trying to sing like us, trying to sound like us, trying to look like us. Some even braiding their hair like us. Trying to act black. If black is so messed up. No, it's because we are the salt of the earth. Why do you tan? Try to get all dark. Like black people. Why do you have people on the internet, on Facebook, YouTube, saying, wanting to sue their parents because they were born white? And when they said why they wanted to sue their parents, they said it's because of the dirty things that the white race has done. I ain't talking about everybody in the white race, but you ones who are racists, who are bigots, who are hillbillies, with that Trump-like attitude, you closet racists, some of you. He claims to not be a racist. Man, there are people in his own race who don't like him. Just as I'm sure there are people in the white race who are not racist, who are not bigots racists, hillbillies, who do not like people in the white race who are. Why do you hate us so? Why do you kill innocent black people, unarmed black people, from children on up? From old people down to children, men, women, boys and girls. Manhandle them, abuse them, punch them, kick them. Do all kinds of evil to them, right down to shooting them to death or strangling them to death. Chokeholds, knees on necks, all this and that. Why are you so mean to black people, so cruel, so evil towards us? And you have the nerve to say that we're evil? You have the nerve to say that Indians are savages after what you did to them? Stole their land, lied to them, murdered many of them? How can you fix your mouth to say that? There are people on the internet right now saying, admitting confessing that they know who God's chosen people are. The Bible clearly says it. No other race was put on ships and sent to a different land, was mistreated so. No other race. And it's still going on today. Black people, it's time to wake up. It is time to wake up. I mean, you see this stuff in the media. You see it on the news. You read about it in newspapers. You hear about it. Even if it's he said, she said. It's out there. It continues every day. You see it on YouTube. You see it on Facebook. You see it on the news. You read it in newspapers. You hear it on the radio. Every day. Every day. Instead of protesting Black Lives Matter, you should be saying, your sign should be stating, we are the chosen people of the Most High. Acknowledging the Most High as you walk, as you talk, as you shout to the world of its injustices towards you. Sure, Black Lives Matter, but all lives matter. All lives. White, black, red, yellow, and black, white, red, yellow, and brown. All matter to the Most High. He doesn't want to see any of us perish. If he did, he would not have his people to talk to the Gentiles. He said the Jew first and the Gentiles. Salvation is of the Jews. And the people over in Jerusalem now are not Jews. Just like white people are not the chosen people of the Most High. The Most High said that his people would bring blessings to the nations of the earth, not curses. Do you think that white people are the chosen people of the Most High? Looking at Trump, excuse me, who 74 million still look up to, still support. And it was clearly shown that they do when they marched on the Capitol, when they rioted on the Capitol, calling black people niggers and this and that. Racist, clearly racist. Trump's, his niece told about him and his racist comments, the racist comments he made. And Trump had the nerve to say, we should be proud of our heritage. What heritage? That you are a foolish nation? Void of understanding? Not a people? That you are animal-like? Act just like animals? Where did all this strange sexual stuff come from? Europeans, Caucasians, putting penises in your mouths and licking vaginas and anuses. All kinds of strange sex with animals. Where did all that come from? Is that what happened with the lice being in your hair? You have sex with animals, and then your offspring produces people who have, when you take pictures of them, just like when you take a picture of an animal, red eye. It's in videos, it's in pictures. Red eye. Is that where it came from? From animals, you swallowing animal sperm and letting animals ejaculate, not ejaculate, but orgasm in you? Is that where that came from? Because it's part of your in your blood now? Is that where the lice came from? The red eye? The smelling like dogs? Not a people. Animal-like. God said, I will vex you with a foolish nation, not a people, void of understanding. And these words I'm speaking are easy to understand. You just don't want to hear them because the truth hurts. You can't handle what is not a lie. But any lie, you can deal with it. Because many of your people in your race are liars. You have the traits of your father. Just like Trump has the traits of Satan, there are many white people, especially the 74 million who still support him, or however many it is. They have the traits of their father. They bring their kids up like they are the chosen ones. Well, let's not spank them because they're white and they'll be all right in life. Okay, and then when your kids get mad at you, or mad at whatever, they act out. They act out in grocery stores. I've seen it. Oh my God, I've seen it in restaurants. No sense of morals or direction whatsoever. I've seen it and personally seen it. Think they own everything, walking around with the chest all puffed out. Kids get mad at home or somebody at school. What do? Go shoot up the schools. Shoot up the schools. You have grown people, elderly, shooting up schools. I mean, not shooting up schools, but doing mass shootings in public places. Why? Because they're white and they feel like they should have everything handed to them on a silver platter. Some of you join police forces and you act out your ignorance, your racist mentalities in those departments. Killing black people, unarmed black people, unarmed, beating them, punching them, kicking them, putting your knees in their necks, chokeholds. And now you're talking about a civil war. Why? Because you can't get your goddamn way? You will not replace us. You're replacing your own damn ignorant asses. Going around, many of you doing meth and all kinds of drugs and stuff. And I know it eats your asses alive when you see women of your race, white women, with black guys. It eats your asses. I've seen it on personals, how you cuss out women, how women say you cuss them out. Women talk about you as being all bold and think you're all this and that, and they don't want to be with you because of the way you act. Because you think you own everything. Many of you are ignorant. You don't want to listen to the truth. Like the song said, that one famous entertainer sang. Some things in life they just don't want to see. And they don't want to see it or hear it because it's the truth. You took books out of the Bible, hiding the identity of God's chosen people. Then you put fictitious images. You put images in the Bible of Caucasians, making it out to be that they were the main biblical characters in the Bible. There are two warnings in the Bible about taking things out of it and putting things in it. You people are compounding damnation after damnation after damnation upon your ignorant asses. And the reason why you're doing it is because, you people won't tell you when you lied, when you put those lies in the Bible, took those books out of the Bible, put those false images in there, not only, you did it to fool the masses, but not only did you fool the masses, there's one thing you forgot about when you were doing this. Lying like that. Hiding the truth. There's one thing you forgot. You forgot about the generations that would come up after you that would have to see these lies, and think that they are the chosen people. So thus the saga continues. The cruelty that you portrayed, that you displayed to black people, that you did to black people, and slavery has boiled over into the generations that came after you, because they think they're whitey and they're righty. Not the case. Your race is dying off. You're dying off. God's people are waking up. I'm helping to wake them up. Other people are helping to wake them up, including people of your own race. They are helping to wake them up, and their own people. White people. They are trying to wake them up, telling them, you better repent, because the wrath of God is coming down on you. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. You can kill all the black people you want. You will not stop it. You will not replace us, is what you should be thinking. You people are replacing your own dumb asses. Being ignorant. Acting like animals, thinking you are the chosen people. You are not. Just like those Jews over there in Jerusalem think they're the real Jews, say they're the real Jews. No, the Bible says they are not real Jews. They are a synagogue or an organization of Satan. Just like some people in the white race think they are the chosen ones. You are not. And it's all behind the lies that your own people told. Came over here, stole this land, changed the Bible. Boy. And some of you today, you have the nerve to tell other people to get out of the country if they can't speak the language. Go back where you came from. Boy, that's nerve. Especially when you stole this country from people who were already living here. Then you lied and said that all the presidents were white up until Obama. That's a lie, because the first 7 presidents were black. There's a conspiracy going on. You throw black people in jail, charge them with all this junk, giving them felonies and stuff, so many of them can't buy guns to protect themselves if a civil war did come. But and there's way more black people in prisons and jails, incarcerated, than there are white, percentage-wise. I mean, you outnumber us percentage-wise. But if there were just as many blacks as there are whites, percentage-wise, we'd probably be there'd probably be 10 times more of us in jails and prisons, incarcerated in America, than there would be you. So don't tell me. And then we come out of prisons and stuff with felonies, and the only reason we take deals or whatever is to get out of jail. It's like a conspiracy against black people. A conspiracy. And it's not hard to see. It is not hard to see. You got all these commercials on TV, there's people that own gun shops and stuff. Tell me, yeah, we got all this stuff here. We'll show you how to shoot the guns and this and that. Yeah. No, you people are talking to white people. Nobody's stupid. Because many black people can't even get a gun. And that's the way it is. Trying to kill us off so you can continue to continue to mess this world up. Trump wants to get back in office so bad. So bad. And all he did was screw up. And this is what I'm saying, void of understanding, willfully ignorant, not a people, an animal. He has no remorse about anything that he has done wrong. An animal, not a people. Animals don't have any remorse about killing other animals. They don't. Many of them do it to survive. Many of them do it for food. But they have no remorse about it. Just like the white police officers who killed unarmed blacks. Who killed unarmed blacks. And the many who got away with it because their constituents who are higher up than them are racist too. They are racist, they are bigots, a foolish people, void of understanding. Foolish, racist, bigots, hillbillies, allowing this stuff to go on. Sending a message out to other people saying that it's okay to kill black people. Some of you have even been caught saying this, calling people niggers, you law enforcement. It's okay to kill all the black people, you race soldiers. Man, don't you know God is looking at everything you've done? He's seeing everything you've done. He sees everything you do. He sees what you talk about behind the scenes with your racist friends. Trump is one of those people who I doubt I seriously doubt that he will change. If he, however, if God sees fit to bring him back, to resurrect him, the way he acts, he will definitely see hellfire. The way some of you ignorant people act, black and all races actually, and if God brings you back, he may be bringing you back just to destroy you in hellfire. With hellfire. But once you're dead, you're dead. You're already, if he decides not to bring you back, you're done. You're toast. End of story. Your history. God is not a tyrant. He's not a tyrant. So I can't see him bringing you back just to have hellfire come down on you. But I do believe that his justice will be 100% satisfied, however he decides to do it. So you can go around and continue to be ignorant and selfish all you want to. Keep going around practicing witchcraft and doing all this other spiritism stuff. Keep going around being immoral, doing your homosexual deeds, having sex with animals. Keep going around hating, being racist and bigots, and killing other people like it's nothing. Keep going around lying, having attitudes like you're better. And you rich people out there, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. You people in the government, keep doing what you're doing. You Republicans who don't want to help, you people who don't want to help the American people in this time of dire need. When a pandemic is going on, all they are getting is promises, promises, promises. Lies, lies, lies. Many of them are already evicted. And many more will be evicted because you're slow playing them. You're not worried about them because you're comfortable. Eating your steaks and potatoes and riding around in your cars, living in your comfortable houses. You're comfortable. When your stomach's full, you're not thinking about nobody else. You're not thinking about nobody else. If you had to live on the street one week, then you would see what it's like. Put the shoe on the other foot and see how it feels. Go without eating, go without shelter, go without being able to clean up. Go with wearing dirty clothes. Go with losing everything that you have, that you worked for. Go with seeing your children starving on the streets, in a pandemic, no less. How sorry is the United States? We are this country is the laughingstock of the world. Other countries are helping their citizens. Oh, but this is supposed to be the greatest country in the world. America, the beautiful. No, what about America the ugly? There's nothing beautiful in America. Nothing. What is? Our government sure isn't. The racists who live here sure are not. The whole world is looking at America, the home of demons. And you people are so ignorant. I'm talking about people in the government, racists, bigots, the rich. You are so ignorant. You people sleeping with animals and stuff. Animals. Different animals.
Hi, it's your phone speaking. You have a message.
You see nothing wrong with what you do. Nothing. Why? How do I know this? Because you keep doing it. Ignorantly doing it. America's headed for a great fall. A great fall. Headed for the great 7-year tribulation, which will be the worst time of all times on the face of this earth, combined. It's going to be so bad, the Most High said in the Bible, that he had to shorten those days. He was talking future tense. Because if he didn't, mankind would become extinct. This is how ignorant mankind is. Now, look at this. Look at this. This is how selfish, how greedy, how ignorant mankind is. Instead of us looking at the past and being ashamed of our mistakes and acknowledging the Most High, Jew and Gentile, and coming, giving him the proper homage that he deserves, we just go on spiraling out of control. One big ball of confusion, because the world is following the ignorant ass world that's following the ignorant ass world that's following the ignorant ass world. The world's following everybody. Everybody in the world is following everybody else. The blind leading the blind, leading the blind. Well, but and so everybody falls into the hole. Everybody thinks that, what they're doing is the end thing to do. That's why so many people are on drugs. That's why so many people smoke cigarettes. They think it's the end thing to do because the rest of the world is doing it. Some people don't even know why they're racist. They just do it because it looks like the end thing to do. Some people go around and kill other people, serial killers. They don't care. Well, other people have done it. You just giving other people, media is reporting this stuff, just giving other people ideas. When this first school shooting happened, it just spread all over the place. First one happened, there's another one. There's another one here. There's another one there. There's another one here. There's another one there. This systemic racism all over the place. All over the place. All white people are not bad. I'm not talking about all white people in the white race. No. But the majority, it seems, is foolish. And that's why God said that, I believe. Foolish. When 74 million people still want to follow Trump or support him, one has to think that 2,000 years ago when the Bible was written, talking about, and it said in Deuteronomy, book of Deuteronomy, about a foolish nation, not a people. void of understanding. 74 million now, compared to what, 2,000 years ago? How many of them were, how did they act then? It seems like through time you would progress as you grow up, as you grow into adulthood, as you grow, as the more you live in this world, seems like you would learn. Instead of continuously being stuck on stupid, willfully ignorant, shunning the truth, some of you even running from it. Because you're following the world. It's okay, they're doing it. It's okay. Nothing's happened to them yet. Well, nothing ain't happened to Satan yet either. But he's going to pay for everything he did. To the plummet. Everything. Just as we all will. We'll be rewarded. Good, bad, and indifferent. So keep on doing what you're doing. If you want to be in good standing with the Most High, then you better start making some serious amends. Get right with people. First of all, get right with the Most High. Like some people are doing. And I'm talking about people in the white race. They are bringing out the truth. They are asking for forgiveness from people in the black race. They are telling the truth as it is. Former racists, they're even coming out saying, telling the truth, acknowledging that they were wrong for being racist. They are even coming out. Doctors, some police, regular, everyday white people from all walks of life, people of other races, are acknowledging the truth. So if they can acknowledge it, then why can't you? You could if you weren't so evil, selfish, self-centered. Oh, you will not replace us. Sound like a bunch of dumbasses. Yeah, no doubt part of that 74 million. If there were 74 million then, well, I know it wasn't probably that many white people back then. But just to think of the mentality of the ones now, 74 million? However many white people it was back then. And the Bible says foolish. But look how foolish they act today, 2,000 years later. Look how foolish the foolish ones act today. So it makes you wonder just how damn ignorant and foolish were they back then, 2,000 years ago. Boy, look how foolish they are now. Look how foolish they were in slavery days. All the evil that they did. So then you go back 2,000 years ago. Wow. I remember seeing the movie The Ten Commandments when Moses was up in the mountain getting the laws from God. The people just went wild. They lost all faith. They were acting like fools. All of them. Well, not all of them. But it seemed like the majority of them did. And that was a lot of people. A lot of people. After everything God had done for them up to that point, they rebelled. Everything God has done for us, it's the same scenario. We don't appreciate it. People in Noah's day didn't appreciate the goodnesses in life. People in slavery days didn't appreciate the value of other people. Law enforcement today doesn't appreciate human life, especially black human life. They have the nerve to say that we are animals after everything people in the white race have done. And I'm not talking about all of you, but you know who you are. And some of you white people know who they are too, who the other ones are too. Ignorant, willfully ignorant, with the truth talking to you right in your ear, staring you right in your face, with the truth in black and white. You see it in the movies, you see it on YouTube, Facebook, you hear people talking about it, even people in your own race, and you want to ignore it. You know what the truth is? Jesus is the truth. He's the truth. He's the truth about everything. He's the truth about Satan falling, coming to the vicinity, being thrown to the vicinity or put in the vicinity of the earth. He's the truth about Adam and Eve. He is the truth about Satan deceiving them. He is the truth about God's chosen people not living up to what they said that they would do. He's the truth about the foolish nation. He's the truth about why everything in this world is the way it is, has been the way it is the way it is now, and will be the way it will be until the bitter end, until man comes to the end of himself. Here's the truth. When you deny the truth, that you hear, you are in effect denying Jesus. And when you deny Jesus, you are denying God's Spirit in Jesus. So when they deny you, when you deny them before men, is what you do. That's what you're doing when you follow the world. So when they deny you, Jesus and his Father, what hope do you have left? What would you give in exchange for your soul? How can you escape the damnation of hell? How can you neglect so great a salvation? All you have to do is listen to the truth, share the truth, live the truth, forsaking all others. Forsaking all others. If you care anything about your salvation, if you have any kind of sense whatsoever, then you'll think, you'll stop and think. You'll find a place of solitude. Go to it, in it, or whatever. You will stop and think about your own salvation, about the salvation of those you say you love. Your parents, your children, your siblings, your neighbors, your other relatives, your friends. But if you don't care, you will blindly follow this stubborn, stiff-necked world to your destruction. That's up to you. If you don't care enough to share what you are hearing, then you don't care about human life, especially your own. Keep denying the truth. Keep denying life, the truth that leads to everlasting life. Atheists and all of you, you're ignorant. You look at life, the things in life, you don't consider that the world is hanging in space. In space. You don't consider how the vegetation of the field, the food that grows out of the ground, the different fruit that grows on trees. You don't consider that. You don't consider that the sun is in perfect distance from the earth. That if it were any closer to the sun, or came to be any closer to the sun, that we all would burn up. If it came to be any further away from the sun, we would all freeze to death. You don't consider that a man and a woman can get together sexually and have a baby. You don't consider that. You don't consider it. So how ignorant are you? God said, you know, you will be held accountable for what you do know. Creation in itself, all creation points to the Most High, an almighty being, full of love, but he's a just God. He's merciful, loves his creation. All he wants us to do is appreciate him, respect him. He wants to give us good things. He doesn't want to see any of us perish. He hates evil. He loves a cheerful giver. He's got people talking to you, voices of reasoning. He's got watchmen out that are looking at the world. He's got his lighthouse people. He's got his torches out there, his warriors. He's got people out there talking to you, trying to get your attention. Everybody's talking about what's wrong with the world. People committing suicide everywhere. What's wrong with the world? This and that. It's not well, when you're talking about humanly speaking, people-wise, people are what's wrong with the world. You look at the world, you consider the complexities in the world, one would realize the world was not brought about by chance. It didn't happen from out of a big bang. All these complex things. It did not happen. A big bang did not produce the world. No, that's ignorant. I would rather think that there's an almighty God that created all this than give false credit to a big bang. Talk about man came from a monkey and all. Some people say man evolved from a fish. Dumb. How ignorant. Boy, when you think of the mindset of some people, how they think, when I think of it, I'm like, what? These people are half-baked. Something's wrong with these people. You look at some people and how they act normal, and then you look at other people and how they act abnormal. Have you ever noticed that? And thought, what is wrong with these people? What's wrong with these people? You just look at them. What in the hell makes a grown person want to rape children? You got the human trafficking. All this stuff. It's unbelievable. People having sex with animals. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Everybody out to get over on everybody else. People who kill other people with no remorse whatsoever. Then you got these sorry deadbeat parents who are not there for their children, or who abandon their children. Some of you abandon your wives. Some of you wives abandon your husbands. Some of you just leave your children anywhere. Some of you killed your families for money, for insurance money, or whatever material things you think you can get from them. No love whatsoever anywhere. It's unbelievable. It's surreal. It's like living in a nightmare anymore. But it's all real. It's all real. Now, this talk started off kind of, I was going to do it as an idea. I was going to do it from the idea I had when I started recording it. But I've covered so many issues now that I'm just going to let it go ahead and be the talk. And those of you out there who are smart will catch on to why I'm letting this just be the talk. Some of you will condemn what I'm saying. You know, some of you will not want to listen to it. You'll turn it off because you've got your head up the world's ass, okay? Because you're ignorant. You're willfully ignorant. You run from the truth. Hey, tomorrow's not promised to you. Graveyards should tell you that. It's not promised to you. And, you know, it's not promised to me either. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I am trying. I think I'm a work in progress. There are things in my life that need to be straightened out too, to be ironed out. And I know this. And listening to my own talks convinces me. It judges me. It shows me my own faults when I slip. It does. It convicts me that I have a lot to change about me. But before you judge me for what I'm saying to you, and I said I'm not perfect, no, I'm not. Are you? Is anyone in this world? No. So please don't judge me. Don't condemn me. Don't get mad at what I'm saying or just say, oh, well, he thinks he knows everything and all this and that. I never said that. If that's what you think, that's in your heart. And that's coming from a jealous heart. A jealous heart. I have read books about the Bible, read some of the Bible. I've asked God for understanding, for wisdom, for knowledge, to open my eyes to things in the Bible, to the dark sayings of the Bible. I've studied, I've analyzed things. So, and I studied in school. I studied in school. I wasn't goofing off. So you put all that together, plus my mother and my father were both substitute teachers. Substitute teachers. You see, when you pay attention, you want to learn. There's nothing in this world worth following this world. Nothing. If you are a person who is following this world and you think it's normal that all this stuff that's happening in this world is normal, from the time of Adam and Eve, all adversities and calamities and all this junk, you think all this stuff is normal, then something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. You are abnormal. If you think that this world is normal, if you think that you are better than other people, if you think that your life is promised tomorrow, that you'll see next year, well, I'll see you next year. I'll see you next family reunion. I'll see you next spring break. I'll see you next Christmas, next Easter. I'll see you on your birthday next year. Boy, you are sadly mistaken. That's why we need to think. I mean, sit down and think. Stop and think about all these things that make sense. You should be glad every day that when you wake up. Every day. None of us are perfect. Not a one of us. We all fall short of God's glory. But God looks at the heart too. And we should be thankful for every day that we wake up. Every day we live. That we're alive. Because it's a day we can change our minds. Why would you follow the world that's so messed up? instead of being a thinking person, thinking about your salvation. Because there are people in this world who are so butt backwards. Men, women, teenagers. Boy, and the things that adults do, how they let children down, who looked up to them, who depended on them, with all this Christmas junk, Santa Claus, Easter Bunny stuff, when they found out that stuff is not real, a fairy godmother, tooth fairy, and all that stuff, that's closely related, well, especially the stuff that's closely related around the birth, death, and resurrection of the Christ, of the Messiah, who they can't see either, not really. They haven't seen heaven. So you put all the stuff together that they have not seen, the other fictitious, the fables and all this and that, with the stuff in the Bible. They don't even believe in God or Jesus. And then they look at the world with the wars, the starvation, the racism, the hatred, the hate crimes, police, even the law enforcement killing people who are unarmed. They look at this. They look at how people are towards each other. They look at the diseases and how messed up this world is. They thought the parents or adults had it together. They thought they had it together and realized they really don't. And adults refuse to change. There are adults right now still putting Santa Claus ornaments and stuff on the doors, on top of the houses, all in the yards, because they're ignorant like that. I mean, how ignorant can you be? The Bible says doing that stuff, going and getting trees and decorating them, is in vain. And the Bible says, Jesus said, you know, these people honor me with their lips, like doing the Christmas carols and all that. But if you read in the Bible that but the reason why you're doing it, because Christmas, actually December 25th, is not the birthday of Jesus. It's not. It's a pagan holiday. It's all about commercialism. That's why Jesus said, one reason he said, these people honor me with their lips. Then if you go around calling yourself Christians, but you are not. But it shows by the way you live. You're not Christians. No more than Satan is a good entity. He goes around portraying himself as an angel of light, but he's not really good. Reminds me of Trump when he had that photo shoot, holding the Bible upside down like he's religious. Really? A liar from the beginning. A hater from the beginning. Just like Satan, just like people, of many people. You think the world is, boy, you think God is, as far as I'm concerned, I believe God is judging the world as I speak. As I speak, I believe he's judging the world. You look at people and how messed up they are, how selfish they act, how much they think that they're better and all this and that. And you realize, no, I need to stay away from these people. I need to stay away from the world. I don't care if I have to be by myself. I need to stay away from these people. You get with some people, you keep hanging around with them just like some people be talked into joining gangs and this and that. Oh, come on, man, let's do that. Or selling drugs or whatever. And then you find yourself in a hellified situation. And you wish you had never met these people. Because all they do is bring you down. They don't care about you. All they care about is what they can get from you. That's what they care about. It's how they benefit themselves from being around you. They don't care about you. Anytime someone asks you to join a gang or wants you to sell drugs for them or go steal somebody or steal something or rob somebody or kill somebody, they are not your friends. They do not have your best interests at heart. It's all about them. Anytime they steal from you, lie to you, cheat on you, or don't want to talk to you, it's all about them. It's all about their self-righteous, self-centered asses. It's all about them. It's all about them. So why even hang around them? They only want to speak to you when they want to. Because they really ain't got nothing else to do. It's all about them. It's all about them. Everybody's out for themselves. It's all about them. But when you share, when you come to people you don't know, and you tell them, you try to give them hope and purpose and meaning, to, give them something meaningful, give them the truth. When you warn them, when you give them insight and wisdom, it's not all about you. You care, you actually care, you're compassionate. If I didn't care, I would not share. And yes, people get mad. Somebody would probably say, "Oh, child, he sure was getting mad in his talk." Well, what do you think? Jesus was a punk? You think when Jesus went into his house, his father's house of solitude, and those money changers were in there, that Jesus was just tapping them on the shoulder? Well, y'all get out of here now. Y'all stop doing that now. Y'all know better than... No, Jesus went and made a whip out of cords and beat the daylights out of those people. He turned over tables and everything. He didn't care what went where or who got hurt. Make my father's house my father's house a house of worship. You have made it a den of thieves. So if I raise my voice, if I seem to get a little perturbed, it's because of the way this world is. Ignorant. And that's why we are in the shape we are in now. Ignorance. Ignorance. And getting worse and worse every day. My name is Gerald Stidham. I'm going to end this talk. Wow. Oh yeah, still true. It's true though. I remember this song by Louis Armstrong. What a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. The world is wonderful. It could be even more wonderful than that. It could be a paradise. And it will be one day when all evil is gotten rid of. And it will be gotten rid of. You will not weasel your evil ass into heaven as one of the 144,000. You will not weasel your evil ass into being one of the meek who inherit the earth. No, you will not, because evil is going to cease. It will cease. God is putting an end to it, and that's called the second death. Whether you're not resurrected or even if you are resurrected. Evil, boy, if you haven't learned anything by now, if you don't listen to the truth, then you have evil in you. Keep on, because God will eventually get rid of your evil ass. What good are you to him or the world if you remain evil? Ask yourself that question. If you remain ignorant, full of hate, selfish, greedy, what good are you to anyone? What good are you? You're not even any good to yourself. I'm gone. Listen to this again, share it, or not, whatever. I put it out there. Your life's not going to be on my hands if you die. You've been warned. The Most High said, warn. If I tell you to warn someone that they're going to die, and you don't warn them, and they die, their blood is on your hands. But if you warn them that they're going to die, and they don't heed the warning, and they die, then you will have saved your own life, even though that person didn't listen and ended up dying. So you take everything I said, and you can look on my YouTube page for different videos, different talks, subscribe and share, and there will be more videos coming out, talk videos, the Lord willing, the Lord blessing. And like I said, I'm not perfect. All my videos are not perfect. We all make mistakes here and there, but just look over. Don't judge and condemn my videos. If you hear me clearing my throat or whatever, don't judge and condemn me. Ask yourself one question before you judge. Am I doing any better? What am I doing to help change things? What am I talking about to people to enlighten them, to teach them, to try to make them understand why life is the way it is? What am I doing instead of sitting up here running my judgmental mouth, my condemning mouth, but I'm not doing anything any better? So I'm going to say this one more time. If you're not doing any better, shut your judgmental, condemning mouth, because you too will be judged, just as you judge me, if you judge me.
Now, I want to talk about a few more things to prove black people are the chosen people of the Most High. The Lord said to Abram, "You can be sure that your descendants will be strangers in a foreign land, where they will be oppressed as slaves for 400 years and mistreated there." When the Most High chose us as his special people, his chosen people, we were told by him that he did not choose us because we were many in number. In fact, he said, "I chose you not because you were many in number, for you were the least in number of all other peoples on the earth." We were not many in number, but our number is growing and about to exceed the number of the foolish nation. They talk about, you will not replace us. Hell, you're replacing yourself by the way you act, by the things you do. You are bringing bad things down on you, curses on you. Every day on YouTube, I see some corrupt cop mistreating or killing someone of the black race. Clearly, they are racist. And clearly, they will suffer every single thing that they have done to God's chosen people. They will see it again. Their families will see it, and it won't be anything nice. In fact, God told us to pay you back double. Pay you back double. And I believe this applies to the ones with the same mentality as your ancestors had, that your ancestors had. The ones who know the truth, or who didn't know it and know it now, but are still doing the same evil things. I want to say this to my people. It is time to wake up. It is time to get educated. Just because some lies are in the history books, that does not mean that you should not be educated, that you should not trust the educational system. It's time to wake up. It's time to get educated. For those of you who are illiterate, and this goes to every race, it's time to get educated. It's time to learn to read the Bible for yourself so you can read between the lines, so you can analyze situations, instead of going around having attitudes, nasty, funky, uppity attitudes. And I'm talking to people in all races, because no one likes a bad attitude. Anyone with a bad attitude, no matter the race, no matter the gender. It's time to stop acting like fools. Having boulders on your shoulders, it's just unbecoming. Going around trying to act all bad and this and that. Hey, people will pay for what they do, good or bad. So acting out with an attitude, showing how brazen and bold you are, is doing nothing but you're doing nothing but setting up bad things to happen for you, to come down on you. Stop acting like stiff-necked fools because of the rotten government, because of the rotten, evil people in this world. Don't let them bring you down. See, an idle mind, an uneducated mind, is the playground for demons, and oh, how they play. The evil darts of Satan, if you don't have on the whole armor of God, or if you are not reading your Bible consistently, keeping God in your mind, in your thoughts, putting Him first, you are setting yourself up for a big letdown. Satan is coming at us from all angles with his fiery darts, using people, using memories, all these things. And if you were on any drugs, and you're trying to get off of them, or you did get off of them, he will attack you. He will attack you whether you are on drugs or not on drugs. It's the way he does, and he uses people to do his biting. His physical minions and his spiritual minions. Get educated. And you parents who are abandoning your families, your children, listen, don't even have children if you are not going to teach them the good things that they should know in this life. Because if you're not, all you're doing is being a sperm donor. And the woman who laid down with you is just as ignorant, just as foolish as you are. Get in where you fit in. If it doesn't fit, don't force it. Because any other thing that you do is out of selfishness. And you women out there, just because some guy tells you he likes you or whatever, put him to the test. See how much he really likes you. If he likes you, he'll wait. If you want him to wait, he'll respect your wishes. If he doesn't, all he was after was sex from you. Families getting all torn apart because after a while, two people find out they don't really want to be together, but then you brought kids into the world, innocent, that had nothing to do with your selfishness. Messing up, just messing up. Getting high, acting like fools. What you need to be getting is an education. Get away from people who don't fit in your life. Stop going against the grain of who you really are. Stop being selfish, only out to get what you want. Hormones get to raging, you want to have sex. Oh, that girl looks good. Let me tell you something. If you judge a book by its cover, boy, that's another foolish thing that you are doing. Judging a book by its cover. That's how many of you miss out on things, good things in life. That's how you miss out on. Well, I'm so lonely, this and that. Well, you know, that one person who you didn't really want, was probably the main one you needed. Get in where you fit in. All that glitters is not gold. There's a thing called fool's gold too. Now I want to say this. White people seem to think that they are privileged over black people. No, you're not privileged. God just took the blessings from us. And you think that you are privileged because we were sent over here on slave ships. But you were a foolish nation. From the beginning, you were a foolish nation. When we came over here, you are a foolish nation now. And you will be a foolish nation until it is all over with. You are not privileged. Talking about little white lies. Oh, just a little white lie. Let me tell you something. A lie is a lie is a lie is a lie is a lie. Just like the truth is the truth is the truth is the truth is the truth. Whether you want to accept it or not, whether you believe it or not, whether you like it or not, it is what it is. There's no such thing as a little white lie. That in itself shows that you think you are better than everyone else on the face of this earth. What about a little Spanish lie? What about a little Chinese lie? What about a little black lie? Oh, those are all lies, right? Those are just plain lies. But a little white, do you think you're that privileged? Oh, it was just a little white lie. Dumbasses, wake up. All of you. White, black, red, yellow, and brown. It is time to wake up. It is time to stop being folly-minded. It is time to stop following the world that's uneducated, that's illiterate, that doesn't care, that walks around with attitudes, chips on your shoulders the sizes of boulders. It is time to wake up to the truth, to live the truth, to share the truth, to teach the truth to our children. It is time to be there for our families, to stand together. Because right now, we are divided. The whole world is divided. Races are divided against races. There are white people divided against other white people. Blacks goes with every race. And there are races divided against other races. It is pitiful. There is nothing normal in this world. Nothing normal. And you just wing it through life. Well, everybody else is just life. Life is all these lies on the internet and on these movies. Lie after lie. Boy, Satan's really throwing them out there. And to try to untangle his lies is like trying to untangle a mountain of Christmas tree lights. And then when you have people out there who won't share, who don't care enough to share, the untangling of these lies that Satan has hatched to deceive the world, it seems to all be in vain. God sends you messengers. He sends you voices of reasoning. He sends you warriors. He sends you watchmen. He sends you lighthouse people to show you the way, to show you some direction, to give you purpose in life, to make your lives meaningful, so you will understand why things are the way they are in life. So don't sit there and say God is dead. Don't sit there and say, oh, God doesn't care about me. Hey, we are the ones who walked away from the Most High, choosing to listen to Satan. And we still listen to him today. You know how you're listening to Satan? By not you listening to a lie, the lies of the world. You follow the lies, you accept the lies of the world rather than accept the truth. And that is why the world is in such bad shape. Black people lose the attitudes. It's very unbecoming. Attitudes are ugly. They are ugly. No matter who has an attitude, man, woman, whatever race, they are ugly, unbecoming, uncalled for. God told us what was going to happen to us. So why have an attitude about it? Instead of having an attitude, you should be thinking about what God told us. I think that must really make the Most High mad when we go around with attitudes. When the parents, when people won't teach people why things are the way they are. But some of you who are illiterate, you seem to think just take anything at face value that you hear, that you read, but it goes way beyond that. That's why you need to get educated. You need to start investigating. That goes for black, white, red, yellow, and brown. Otherwise, you are just stuck on stupid. You are just following the world. Some people don't even know why they are racist. There are some black people still saying amen to white Jesuses posted on Facebook because they don't know who they are. Why don't they know who they are? No one will tell them who they are. There are some black people who know the truth. Some white people, there are people in every race, I believe, who know who God's chosen people are. And the ones of us who know who we are, it is time to show the ones who don't in every race who we are. It's time to teach them about the right things, the good things in life. Show them why the world is the way it is. Instead of just winging it through life every day. You don't care if that's all you're doing. As long as you are satisfied. As long as your home front is taken care of. As long as they aren't killing your race or your children, someone you love. It's only when things hit home that you want to stand up and do something about it. No, the time to do something about it is now. It is time to do, because when you know the truth and you shun it and go on about your daily ignorant ass living life, you're just as guilty. You are guilty by associating with the world. Guilty by association. If you are not part of the solution, you are part of the problem or the problems that the world is having. So don't say anything when it hits home to you, when it disrupts your life. You don't be looking at, oh, well, he must be talking about some other people. No, I'm talking about YOU listening to THIS this. Do something. If you don't do anything else, share what you hear, or at least tell somebody about it. Instead of sitting on your dumb ass, your lazy dumb ass, winging it through life, looking at all the problems in the world. Well, I ain't gonna worry about it. Maybe one day we'll get a leader. Where's the leader in you? If you know what I'm saying is true, and so why would you want to come out of the woodworks when a leader does come out? Then you want to follow him or follow behind him, holding on to his shirt tail or her skirt, well, I'm going to follow with your thumb in your mouth. That's funny. There should be leaders all over the place looking at this world. Even our own, even our own government is backwards, slow playing its own people, helping people in other countries, instead of helping its citizens in the middle of a deadly academic. You slow play. You make promises. And then every once in a while, you'll finally come through. I'm just going to tell you people, I'm just going to put this out there and I'm going to stop. Do you see how Trump had supporters at first? Do you see now, after all he's done bad, how people have turned against him? People are tired of the way this world is run. They want someone real in office. They want real leaders. They don't want anybody like these church people, these so-called church preachers with their scams and stuff, false prophets. And people are paying them. But when you go to a church looking for help, they want to look at you all funny. Like you got some deadly disease. Oh no, we can't do this for you. I'm not talking about all of them, because some of them do help you. It's just amazing. See, Trump lost a lot of supporters every day on YouTube. Even his own family is turning against him. His wife left him. His lawyers are saying he's an idiot. But Trump, just like many people in this world, are set in their ways. He refuses to change, just like many people in this world. But he thinks that things will change for the better for him. Somebody said on one of the stimulus deals where they give you information on what's happening, someone had the nerve to say, we should put Trump back in office. And I replied, what? To finish destroying America? We should put Trump back in office. That's just like saying we should keep worshiping the devil and not acknowledge the Most High, even though we see all the evils in this world. Why would you want to keep following Satan? Hey, I know life is tough, but we made it this way on ourselves. It's pretty much all our fault. Whether God does things to us or allows Satan to do things to us, it's basically all our fault. When will we learn? When will we come back to truth? Good things in life. When will we recognize that whatever things are true, whatever things are of good report, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are noble, whatever things make sense, whatever things are good, that we should stop and think on these things instead of winging it through this evil world, following this blind world that's following the blind world. You talk about willful ignorance, and you don't want to do anything about it because you're a coward, because you think you're better, and you don't have to do anything. To hell with the world is what you're saying. What you're really saying is to hell with you, because that's where you're going to end up sooner or later if you do not change your evil, ignorant ass ways, dumb ass ways. And I'm talking to people in every race, especially the black race, of which the Bible says only a remnant of God's chosen people will survive. Only a remnant. That's not very many. Only a few will survive, because only a few are on the broad road. On the narrow road to life. Many are on the broad road to destruction because you're following the world. And the world is headed for destruction because they're ignorant. They are ignorant. Even in the land of straightforwardness, if God shows them mercy, if he resurrects them, even in that land, they will act unjustly and get cut off. Many will be torn away. Well, there are so many things I could tell you, so many things I could teach you if you wanted to learn. So many things on my Facebook page, on my YouTube page, many other videos. All you have to do is sit and listen, take notes. But I forgot, you have so many other things to do that are exciting out here in the world with a pandemic going on. So many things you have to do instead of listening to the truth. Make things better so we can get blessings from the Most High. The Lord said, if my people who are called by my name seek me, repent, change their ways, I will heal their land, meaning them. And he has the power to do it. He can do all things. He's waiting on us. He's waiting on us. He's waiting on you personally. But if you want to follow the world, you can't follow the world and expect the Lord to heal you. You either serve God or you serve the world, material things. If you deny God for the world, for your wife, for your children, for your parents, for your friends, hey, how do you expect to be blessed? How do you expect to be healed? The Most High is tired of this stuff. And this pandemic could be the start of the great 7-year tribulation. There's no certain day that the Most High said it would start. There is no certain day. We are in the end times. If the signs of the time don't show you that have already come true. If the curses, my people, my black people, have not shown you that, if they do not show you that when you think about them, you're not really thinking. You're just winging it through life. It's time to take a stand. No one can hold your hand and lead you to salvation if you don't want to go. If you don't want to know how to obtain it. Now, people will talk to you. And some may scold you as they talk to you. Because that's what this world needs, a spanking. And that's what it's getting right now. It's being spanked. It's being spanked. You want to listen to the lies and the dictates of evil people? Well, hey. And you wonder why Trump acts the way he acts? God may have let him get in the office or even put him there because you keep believing the lies. Even the racist people who rioted the Capitol January 6, 2021 were thrown under the bus by Trump. Not only thrown under the bus, but Trump burned rubber on them. Yeah, sure, put him back in office so he can finish destroying America. So there will be more race crap going on, more hate crimes. Talk about a man of double standards. His own children are turning against him. his lawyers, people who used to support him financially, people in the military. And what I can't understand for the life of me is why they even bring his name up. I can't understand why people still go to his rallies, his talks, why they even have him on Fox News or any other news station. He's not worth talking about. Only in the sense of how he has messed up, how he lied, how he hated on people. That's all they should talk about. And when they talk about it, all they should be saying, well, reminds me of Trump, when they're talking about somebody else who's just as messed up as he is. Keep living, keep bringing it through life, people. Black people, I'm telling you, it is time to wake up. It is time to act like you are the chosen ones of the Most High. Instead of being stiff-necked, instead of being walking around with attitude problems, instead of being uneducated, instead of following the world, instead of taking the easy way out, it is time to wake up. We are the ones who are to bring blessings to all the nations of the earth. You can't bring blessings without teaching people how to live right. Blessings don't come living wrong. Blessings don't come being evil. No. Blessings come with living right, with living the truth. That gives you purpose in life. It makes you want to help other people. Nothing will be changed except but by the Spirit of truth. Everything I've told you in this talk video is true. Every word of it. And you can't deny it. It may make you feel uncomfortable because the truth is a hard pill to swallow. That's the medicine many people don't want to take. That's why Jesus said, you will be hated by many for speaking up for me, for standing up for the truth, for telling the truth, for living the truth, for sharing the truth. You will be hated by many people. You will be persecuted, in some cases prosecuted too. Look at God's chosen people, the way many white people, especially in law enforcement, are treating them. If black people treated white people that way, what would they say of us then? Oh, we are evil. Oh, we need to get rid of them. We need to get rid of them. Look at how they are acting. Put the shoe on the other foot. You white people who are evil, put the shoe on the other foot and go through slavery, what we went through. Put the shoe on the other foot. If it were 74 million of us still supporting an evil dictator who has done nothing but lie, hate on people, show his racism, that he's a racist, put the shoe on the other foot. How foolish would we look to you? How evil would we look to you if we did that with a corrupt black president and stormed the Capitol because the president lied about election fraud, talking about stop the steal, knowing full well that there was nothing stolen. He couldn't prove it one time. How would we look to you if we had done that? If you had a White Lives Matter, like we had the start of the Black Lives Matter, and we were coming being mean to you, shooting you, beating you up, dragging you out of cars, tasing you. Put the shoe on the other foot if black people were going around shooting unarmed white people. Put the shoe on the other foot if we had you in slavery and treated you like crap, taking your women from you, selling your families off, your children, your moms, your daughters, your sisters. Put the shoe on the other foot if we had poisoned your water supply. If we had lied on you in court. If every time you turned around, one of us was calling the police on you for no reason. Put the shoe on the other foot if you really were God's chosen people. And we took books out of the Bible to hide your identity and then put pictures of us in the Bible to make the world think that we are the chosen people. Put the shoe on the other foot if you knew that the first seven presidents were white. And we lied in the history books saying that all the presidents were black. Put the shoe on the other foot had we, our people, come to this country and committed acts of violence and murder and mayhem. Stole this country from you, killing off a lot of your people. And then lie and say that we found America we founded America. Put the shoe on the other foot. If you came into black-owned stores and you were followed all over the stores, accused of stealing stuff, put the shoe on the other foot. If black children were going around shooting up schools, if older black people were committing mass murders, shooting through public places, put the shoe on the other foot. If we did all these evil things to you that you've done to us, what would you think of us? The same thing that you think of yourselves? That you're right, that it's okay? Put the shoe on the other foot. If we did your people wrong like that, the worst thing being murdering you unnecessarily, and you went to court and the court threw the cases out against us, what would you think of us? What would you think of our superiors? What would you think of the judicial system? Put the shoe on the other foot. If black cops were pulling guns on little white girls and little white boys, not even over 10 years old, slamming them to the ground and all this and that, terrorizing them. Put the shoe on the other foot, you ignorant dumbasses, and see how we look at you. Not just us, the rest of the world. Put the shoe on the other foot. Black people, it's time to wake up. If you remain idle, these things will continue. I said it in one of my other talks. I said, people think that George Floyd's murder is going to change things. I said, no, it's not. There will be more blacks getting killed, and it happened. You see, God's looking at us. We need to all change instead of, like I said before, instead of marching with signs that say Black Lives Matter. March with signs that say we are the chosen people of the Most High. You stole this land. In fact, that reminds me, put the shoe on the other foot. If our people told people from other countries, including you, go back where you came from. Go back where you came from. Put the shoe on the other foot. Just put it on the other foot. If most of you were in jail and we were the majority, but most of you were in jail behind us having a crooked system, a racist system. Put the shoe on the other foot. If our people hung your people, if they set them on fire, burned their houses, blew up their churches, shot up their churches, raped their women, raped your women, put the shoe on the other foot. If some of our people drug some of your people behind vehicles with chains attached to them, drug them until they were dead, put the shoe on the other foot, and then you tell me who is really evil here. I'm not talking about all of you. And how would you feel if the situation was like that, if the shoes were on the other foot, but some people in our race did not like what the evil people in our race did to you? And we talked about it. We stood up and talked about it. How would that make you feel? That's why I say it's not all of you. But the ones of you that it is, you're being judged. As I speak, you are being judged. Black people, you are being judged for not sharing, for not caring, for not heeding the warning, for not accepting the truth. People of all races, everyone doing wrong in this world, not trying to help. You are part of the problems, and you are being judged as I speak. Judged for not sharing, judged for not caring, judged for being selfish, judged for being self-centered, judged for being cowards and liars and immoral people, judged for your witchcraft, for your spirit, your acts of spiritism. You are being judged for your homosexuality, for all the hate crimes you have committed, for all the things you have done in this world. That have been seen and are being seen by the Most High. Heed the warning. You're not hearing this for no reason. You're hearing it because it's the truth. You know it's the truth. And you can sit there and say, oh, he thinks he knows everything. Like I said, go ahead and judge. No, I don't think I know everything. But I can feel that you feel in the core of you that I am telling you the truth. But you are too afraid. You are too much of a coward to share it, to tell other people about it, because you want to keep tagging along with this evil world. And you're going to find yourself in hell forever, or seriously chastised by the Most High. Revolution's coming. People in the white race are dying off. All this meth and drugs that you're doing, the lies that you've told, the things that, oh boy, you know, some people call it karma. You call it whatever you want to call it. I call it God's justice sword. And you never know when it's coming. The sheep and the goats are being separated as I speak with the truth. Jesus said, I came not to bring peace to the world, but a sword. A sword is a weapon of war that divides and conquers. And the truth will conquer all in the end. Ignore it all you want to. Like it, love it, hate it, laugh about it, whatever you want to do, ridicule it. Whatever you want to do, it won't change what it is. And that's the truth. That is the TRUTH, undisputable truth. Now I am finished with this talk. Listen to it again. I suggest, it's free. Listen to it again. Do something with it instead of letting it go in one ear and out the other. Because if you do that, you don't care. And the Most High can see your heart. You don't want anything to change. So why should anything change for you?